Today we are going to be cleaning the air filter, replacing the air filter of this Yamaha Super Tenere. This is a 2012 version. First thing we're going to do is remove the seat. The gas tank is on a hinge, so you have to remove the front bolts. Here is the hinge. You don't have to remove it, but you do have to remove these in order to pull this back. So we're going to get a hex and get this out. 4mm. This is not the quick release. The quick releases are on the other side. Here's another 4mm. You could also use an extension. Extensions make things a lot easier. Now we're going to remove the front one. I am using an extension. There's another one tucked in here. Very hard to see, but I might have to use a shorter. It's angled downwards, so it's should be okay to remove. All right, now I'm going to remove this one. This is the top of the plastic. I'm going to turn my handlebar just so I can access this one. You know, having a Super Tenere is interesting because I barely do any work to it, so I'm not used to working on bikes very much these days. There's another bolt inside of here, and you're going to need a key like this. 5mm or 6mm should get in here. This should pull the plastic away. This is all just to remove the airbox. I kind of wish it was like much easier. Here we go. Make sure you don't forget which bolts go where because they're different sizes. I'm trying to do the least amount of work. This is the bolt I want to get to. I wish that manufacturers would put the airbox in a easier place to clean. You know, the mid-Africa twins, they had 4 bolts on the top. You didn't have to remove the tank or anything. It was very easy. I kind of like that idea. That's right, that's the bolt holding the tank on the left side. And now we're going to remove the right side. This right side is easier to get than the left because you need more access to this because this is where the electronics are. And Yamaha made it in such a way it's just 1/4 turn and you pretty much can pop the bolt out. It's a quick release bolt and there's 4 of them. You can still get this out backwards. Just don't scratch your tank. There we go. This bolt is the one we're going to try and get. Look at that, some leaves in here. The bike is really kind of clean, despite having me not done a lot of maintenance, and it's got 72,000 miles, so hopefully this is going to be a very easy air filter to clean. If your tank is binding when you're pulling up on it, there's a very simple reason. And the reason is this. These 2 overflow lines are tucked and pinched into this mount. Just do that and you should be able to lift up the tank. So now we should be able to pull back the tank. It helps to have less gas than is really required. So I think we're going to need some way of propping this up. I have this pipe from a previous project and I am just going to prop this up. And that should be good enough. Now before I start to remove the airbox, I noticed that it's kind of dirty. I have a compressor with some air and I'm going to just blow everything out. I don't want any debris to get into the airbox. And I might as well just get as much dirt from the engine department as much as possible. For this airbox, you have screws on here. All you have to do is remove 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 screws and pop this out, and we should have access to the airbox. Might have to push the tank back a little bit more. On this bike, I am noticing there's a little bit of an oil residue here, but not much. Middle of the airbox, you have a rubber kind of gasket or hole covering, and you should use maybe some pliers counterclockwise, and it'll pull out. There's one last screw inside of here. So if you fit your screwdriver here, you should be able to remove this Phillips that's down here, which I find very interesting that they did this. You'll be able to pull this out now. There we go. And here comes the airbox. The airbox looks fairly clean. So here's our cover. It looks like I got an aftermarket of some kind. So let's see how it is. So this is a BMC. It looks fairly clean. So this is the filter, and it looks pretty clean. It's a BMC made in Italy. So this is a aftermarket. It's, I believe, a recleanable one. So I'm going to clean it. It doesn't look too bad. I actually thought that this would be a little bit worse off. So the way I clean it is with some air. So now we're just reversing the same process. We are putting everything back together. Look around your airbox, make sure everything is nice and clean. It looks really clean for me. So there's some mild residue, but it's really kind of spotless. The air filter has been cleaned. It was fairly clean for what it is. This bike has been nothing but very easy to maintain. So I'm just going to start it up, and it's pretty much ready to go. Doesn't require a lot of stuff. Very easy to change. You don't have to remove the crash bars on this particular bike, but it is kind of tight on that left side. But hopefully this video was useful to you guys. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next video. Thanks for watching. Bye.